What's going on, guys? My name is Jack and welcome to another video. If you don't know me, I am a photographer, videographer based in the UK, and I just make content around camera gear and photo, video tips, stuff like that. This video is going to be a super quick one, and if you ever watch my other videos, you'll know that the setup's a bit different, the lighting's a bit all over the place, but that's because I am just doing a super quick video to camera, and I plan to make this a series. Now, there's a lot of products that I have that I don't think necessarily need like a big review, and instead can just be highlighted in a short roundup video, just going through the product, the things I like and don't like, and for this, I think the format is probably perfect. So right now you are seeing two of me. You're seeing the recording through the capture card on the A7 III, this is the big image, and the image down here on the right is from the Razer Kiyo. I did do a review of the Razer Kiyo, you can check that out, I'll add the link above right now. Now you might be asking yourself, why have you set up your camera as a webcam when you have the Razer Kiyo? Well, I'll be honest with you, I just wasn't happy with the Razer Kiyo footage. It is good compared to most other webcams, but compared to a camera, it just isn't good. And quite honestly, I think that there is no way around that. You cannot compare the two. You will never get the same image from a webcam that you will from a proper full frame mirrorless camera. Obviously, if you're someone that doesn't have a full frame mirrorless camera, or an APS-C mirrorless, or whatever, any camera that has HDMI output, then a Razer Kiyo or another alternative webcam is fine. But if you're someone that does have a camera that's capable of a clean HDMI output, it makes perfect sense to get this capture card. So the capture card we're looking at is the Venka capture card from Amazon. Now this cost me £20, and I did have a capture card before, this one. And if that just gets in focus there, yeah, this capture card, and this was super laggy. So you would plug in your camera, you put it in OBS, and the audio and the video is just completely out of sync. Right now I'm recording the audio with a Rode NT1A, straight into OBS, no problems, everything's in sync, there's basically zero latency. And I even have this capture card plugged into my monitor's USB hub, which is then going into my PC, because for me it's just easier to have it closer. My PC's in the corner, I can't be bothered to get it out and plug things in. So it's great to know that you get this quality with basically zero latency, even through a hub. Now you might be thinking, well Jack, there must be some compromises if this capture card is only £20 and the Elgato is like £120. Well, yes, there is. This capture card can only record 1080p up to 60 FPS, whereas the Camlink can do 4K at 30 FPS. Does that matter to you? That's only something that you can answer. But personally for me, if I was to be streaming on Twitch or something like that, if I'm gonna be about this big, like the size of the Razer Kiyo down here, do I need 4K 30 FPS? No. But if you're someone that wants to capture 4K footage, record it, and then put it on YouTube or something like that, then yes, you do need the 4K. But personally for me, this is fine, and the 1080p 60 FPS out of this capture card looks fantastic. The one thing I do like about it is that it doesn't have this kind of form factor where it's basically you plug it straight into a computer, if that's going to go in focus, and it covers up your USB ports, because that's what this does. If you plug this into your motherboard, good chances are it's going to cover up a USB port next to it, whereas this capture card has like a USB extension lead. It's great. So you can just plug it in and not worry about it covering up any ports. I tried to plug in this capture card to a hub, covered up the ports, tried to plug it into my motherboard, covered up the ports, tried to plug it into my front USBs, covered up the port underneath. So you do need to use an extension with this, which is something else you have to buy, and these are roughly about the same price as the one that I'm recording with now. So for £20 you get a great capture card that can record 1080p 60 FPS, it's got a long USB cable so it's not going to be covering up any of the other USB ports. I personally think it's a really great product and it's worth considering. Now the main purpose of me having the Kiyo down here on the right is so that you can see the difference in quality, although I do know that it's not going to be that easy to compare because the Kiyo is so small, but you know, watch this full screen and you'll be able to see the difference. With the A7 III you get this really nice depth of field with the blurry background, generally much better look. It's not overly sharpened either like the Kiyo down in the corner. I must admit though, my skin looks a lot better with the Razer Kiyo. It's probably got some kind of camera wizardry to make me look a little bit better, but that's something I don't really care about personally. I would rather the really nice quality from the A7 III. You can also record your gameplay footage with this capture card, whether or not it's an Xbox or a PS4, Nintendo Switch, as long as it has a HDMI input you can record to OBS or whatever it is that you use to record. Now, would I recommend this product? Well, yeah, it's super cheap. In fact, I'm sending this Razer Kiyo back because part of it broke, and to be honest, for £100, I'm not happy with that. So I'm sending that back, and this alternative was £20. So I get £80 back in my pocket and incredibly better picture quality. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. This is just a really quick product showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, sometimes with products like this, it's easier just to see what it can do rather than go through all the specs and all these different things that don't really matter at the end of the day. To me personally, if I was to buy this, I'd want to know what it looked like, is there any lag, how easy is it to use, and all of those things hopefully I answered in this video. As I said, I plan to continue this series where I highlight products that don't really need like really long reviews and instead just go through a quick showcase and how they work in this sort of format. I'll also probably use this setup for, you know, quick topical videos if I find something interesting to talk about rather than having a full-on setup and all the lighting and stuff. Just find this a lot easier and quicker for me to just keep making great content. So guys, that's pretty much it from me. Go check out this product and I will see you in the next one.